Hola amores, and welcome back to the channel. And to those who don't know me, I am Maritza, currently a graduate master's student in psychology. And today we're going to talk about what? About what are those signs that mean you are a very intimidating man, even if you may not think so. And this is according to psychology. So let's get into it right now. I will start with a saying in Spanish that goes like this. Es mejor caer y fallar que nunca haber intentado. And it means it is better to fall and fail than to have never tried at all. Alright? So, my loves, let me ask you something. Have you ever maybe walked into a room and perhaps felt a strange energy shift? Maybe like you noticed people stop talking at the moment you approached when you came in, or maybe they seem to find a reason to move to the other side of wherever you're at, as if maybe you smelled a little strange. Like, hey, that was freaking weird, right? What a frustrating spot to be in. I understand. You know, you're a good guy, maybe even not that tough as you may seem, but for some reason, you're giving out those boss vibes instead of approachable human vibes. So first sign you are an intimidating man is what? Is that you have a stone face, like this. And perhaps that serious look that you have is just your default expression. That's it, nothing more. However, to people, maybe what? Maybe they naturally assume that you can be angry right now, or that maybe you're a little bit judgmental, or that you just do not want to be bothered. And though, yes, you and me, we know that that is not the case. It's not the reality, because you might just be a very deep thinker and a in-thought type of guy. However, to others, you look like you're ready for a battle. So yes, that resting serious face is very, very intimidating, and it does make others even scared to smile at you. The next sign you are a very intimidating man is because your conversations are what psychologists call those dead-end conversations. And maybe it could be, for example, like this, that maybe you give out very short one-word answers when people ask you things. Like, for example, hey, how are you? How is everything? And you respond, hi, I'm fine. And that's it. You don't ask questions. You don't give out chances for more interactions from other people. So it's okay. If you're like this, then people just understand they will often be afraid to continue asking follow-up things because you did not give them chance to do so. Or maybe they're going to be embarrassed or afraid to blend in because they're scared, or they just simply do not want to intrude in your space right now because you seemed a little closed off. So they play it safe by keeping quiet, especially when they're around you. The next sign that means you can be a very intimidating man, you want to know why? Well, I'll tell you. It's because this is what psychologists call a towering presence. And yes, here physicality does matter. If maybe you are tall, if maybe you are broad, if maybe you are just a man with a very thick, masculine, rich voice, right? Or maybe if you're a man who you take up a lot of sensory space when you're around, then understand you may be one of those guys who triggers a subconscious flight response to other men, to other people. And what? And they're kind of scared to get near you. And here you can realize it because people lean away, they stay away, or they try to maintain distance with you. And you want to know why? Because they do not want to block your personal exit. The next sign out there of one who can be a super big, intimidating man is one that what? Is a man who never shows any signs or any proof of being vulnerable, of vulnerability. Maybe you are always Mr. Perfect, always very composed, always correct, always right, never making any mistakes. And that makes you a heck of an intimidating type of guy. You make people get nervous when they're near you. Why? Because why? Because people are afraid to make a mistake, to say something incorrect, to do something that may trigger you. And my loves, the last sign I will tell you today that can make you an extremely intimidating man to other people. You want to know why? Well, it's because when you talk or when you stand, you're one of those men who lacks movement and who has no fidgeting in themselves. Anyways, always very precise, very direct, and just serious overall. And the truth is, high status men often move very, very little. And while that is amazing and that is great for a job interview, in social settings, being too still like this and too stiff can feel predatory or a little bit robotic, right? A little bit of casual movement makes you feel a lot more human to other people. So, my friends, let me tell you one thing. Being intimidating is not a bad thing. No, it's not. It usually means that you have presence and that's very masculine. So, good for you. And the goal is not to make you a pushover type of guy. The goal is to become a protective presence rather than a threatening presence to other people out there. So what can you do if you want others to not be so scared or to not be so tensed around you? Then my only advice is just to bring it down a notch, just a little bit softer. Maybe when you talk to people, use softer words, slower. It's going to make you seem more relaxed and not necessarily ready for a fight. And maybe when you talk to people, maybe try standing like this on an angle with your body just slightly to the side rather than squared up chest to chest like in a match. You understand? Also, try to lower a little bit the volume, just slightly the volume of your voice, and maybe add a little bit of warmth to the tone. It's going to make people feel so comfortable around you. And when you smile at people, just not try to give a fake smile. Try to use a genuine smile like this, where your eyes, they crinkle up right here. Okay? It's gonna give it a lot of more grace, and people are gonna really feel that genuine things coming from you. All right? And if you have realized with today's video that you may be one of those scary guys in the room, then don't sweat it at all. It's actually a high quality problem to have. It's not a bad thing because it means you already have power. You just have to add, and only if you want to, a little bit of grace, because when you are able to combine strength with warmth, then that's what? That's when the intimidation turns into a very captivating attraction. And with this, we have reached the end of today's video, but I invite all of you to connect with me through Instagram. Go and check out my other music relaxing channel here on YouTube, and go and see the channel's membership just in case you may find it useful. Once again, I am Maritza, and know that I will try my best to continue always keep bringing you ways on how to create a better bond with yourself and a more meaningful relationship with all those around you. Mwah. Till next time. Ciao, ciao, my loves. Ciao, ciao, my amores.